following message is a public service announcement brought to you by your friends at Degeneration X.
Hey YouTubers, Degeneration HanX here, and it's now time for a long-awaited rant on something that's been kind of bugging me for the past couple of years. And this is involving the Walking Dead tards out there who complain about the video we have here involving the mid-season finale of the second season of The Walking Dead. Now we're going into the fourth season now, next month, and let's go back. Let's go back to the mid-season, around just before the holidays of 2011. And basically, if you remember that particular episode, the survivors had, of course, lost one of their youngest members, Sophia, during a walker attack. They couldn't find her, and they spent like the first half of the season trying to find her. In between, I'm in charge. You're in, I'm in charge. No, I'm in charge. Walker situation that they kept going around during that period between Rick and Shane and Herschel. Well, we of course later found out that Herschel had walkers in his barn, mostly of dead relatives and stuff. And Shane decided to open up the barn and start shooting up all the walkers in there. Well, the last walker that stepped out was none other than Sophia. Was pretty much what they didn't want. They were pretty much hoping they could still find her alive after all this time. Well, I took that particular scene and mixed it in with some footage from Return of the Living Dead Part 3 that starred Melinda Clarke. For all you people who know, that's Melinda Clarke, who of course currently stars in the hit CW series Nikita. I don't know if it's being renewed this year, but she's been in a lot of movies like Spawn and Spawn movie. She was in Xena. She was in the OC. A lot of TV shows and movies. So this is one of her first movies, Return of the Living Dead Part 3, where she was a girl that gets turned into a zombie. And I basically took the scene where she comes out all, fully zombified with stuff in her skin and all that kind of stuff, to replace the footage of Sophia stepping out. And then at the very end of the video, I put in Sophia coming out. Took that part where Sophia comes out of the barn, and I put in a toilet sound, like she just came out of the bathroom. That was all just to have fun with that particular scene. I know it was a serious situation, but I didn't think that people took it to heart as went kind of zealot over this particular sequence. Because since then, even up till now, I've been getting comments complaining about this particular video, just people being upset that I poked fun at this particular video, this particular scene in the series. However, since that particular video, I did other funny versions of Walking Dead scenes, like, for example, when Shane got reanimated after Rick killed him. I put in some audio from a classic Disney cartoon featuring Goofy, where he's on a diet and there's things going around his head going eat, eat, eat. So I put that into the audio, and nobody complained about it. Then there was the other scene featuring, I forgot the old guy's name, the old guy that drove the camper, and he wore the Gilligan's hat. He gets attacked by a walker, and Daryl is forced to shoot him in the head before he dies and turns into a walker. And what I did with that particular scene, I put in the audio from Transformers the movie where Starscream is throwing Megatron out of Astro Train. Nobody complained about, the poor taste in that. And then I also did a sequence for the season 2 finale where we finally meet up with Michonne, and that's the war where she saves Lori from a walker using her sword, and I put in lightsaber audio for her using that sword. Nobody complained about that either. I've done quite a few videos involving The Walking Dead, and nobody complains about it. They just complain about this particular video. What I've come to realize that it seems like it's okay to make fun of when adults get turned into walkers or something bad happens to them, but when it happens to a child, no, you can't touch that. You can't make fun of that because it's... Okay, I'm going to remind you of a few things here. First off, this is a survival horror TV show. It's not a reality series. It's not anything real going on here. This is just actors acting out a made-up plot from a comic book. This is from a fucking comic book, a popular comic book, but it's still a fucking comic book. You people are acting just like the twitards who get defensive over, people making fun of their stuff. This is a fucking comic book. This is a comic book based television series, which on a channel that shouldn't be even showing this kind of stuff, because the channel is supposed to be on is American Movie Classics. It's supposed to be showing old movies, not new TV shows. This is a TV series that should be on like Sci-Fi Channel or Horror Network or whatever, proper genre, not on a network that is supposed to show classic movies, not all these new shows like Breaking Bad and Mad Men and everything. This has nothing to do with what the initial mission of the channel was supposed to be. It's just like any other channel these days. They're just but this girl, Sophia, isn't a real person. It is an actress made up to look like a walker, and besides, this was an inevitable. This was fucking inevitable that they were going to find her as a walker. It would be, it's retarded that you people out there are taking this fucking thing so seriously that when somebody makes fun of a scene involving a child in this series, that God forbid I did something with the very little girl in the beginning of the series where Rick runs into the little girl's walker and shoots her in the head. Man, I wonder what would happen if I made fun of that one. Listen, death is death. It doesn't make any difference if it's a man, woman, or child. Death is death, and I'm tired of the just because it's affects us, it will affect a certain group that they get bleeding heart bullshit than anybody else. I hate this, this specialization when it comes to certain groups, when it comes to certain events. She was dumb enough to run off from the rest of the group and get herself bitten and get herself turned into a walker. It's just the same thing. Just the same thing. What happened to the old guy gets attacked by a walker. Nobody, we all gushy about that. Nobody got all gushy about Shane. I know he was an asshole, but and I wonder how many people got all gushy when Lori had to kill herself because she got bitten by the walker, the nerd walker. This is not real. This is a TV show meant to entertain people. I know it's supposed to be a drama, and how dramas are, but primarily, and I'm surprised also that straight men are complaining about this. Supposedly straight men. What we're supposed to be paying, straight men are supposed to be paying attention to is people shooting walkers and the sex scenes and everything else. This is an inevitable scene. This was inevitable. It was just the location and all that kind of stuff where they found her. They could have found her out in the woods as a walker, for Pete's sake. You think if she would have survived all that time, even if she didn't run into a walker, I'm serious, survive on her own out there? Probably not. I mean, and for top it all off, even if you are, that much of a twitard, think about it here. We're going into season 4. Her mother ain't really dwelling on this. She's really improved. Her mother's really improved during this past season. She's not the basket case she was at the beginning of the series. She's pretty much moved on with her life. She's being an active member of the group, and that's So stop attacking me for this friggin' video. Quit being all butthurt because I did something funny with a serious scene here. It is a non-real event, and it's based on a comic book on something that's never going to happen. So get a life, you people. Just get yourselves ready for season 4, whatever happy bullshit happens there, and move on. I wonder if anybody got all gushy when Daryl was forced to shoot his brother in the head when he got turned into a walker. Let's see, did anybody get upset about that? About Merle, being turned into a walker. I mean, how many people got upset about that? I should do a funny video about that. I don't know. Sooner or later, but I don't know. But this is Degeneration HanX saying my word about all you Walking Dead tards out there that think complain about my funny Walker Sophia video, and stay tuned here for more reviews, whatnot, and an occasional rants here on the Multiverse. See ya.
Well, I guess if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you. Suck it!